There used to be a beggar at a railway station in a city. He used to beg the passengers in the trains that used to come and go there and fill his stomach. One day when he was begging, he saw a tall man in a suit and a boot. He thought, "This man looks very rich. He will definitely give me good money if I beg him." He began to beg that tall man. The tall man looked at the beggar and said, "You always beg. Do you ever give anything to anyone?" The beggar said, "Sir, I am a beggar. I always beg from people. I am not so great that I can give anything to anyone." The tall man said, "When you cannot give anything to anyone, you have no right to beg. I am a businessman and I believe in lending. If you have anything to give me, only then can I give you anything in return." After saying this, the tall man sat in the train and left. Here the beggar started thinking about what he was told. The tall man's heart was filled with what he was told by the tall man. He thought that maybe I don't get much money in my begging because I can't give anyone anything in return, but I am a beggar. I am not so great that I can give anyone anything in return, but how long will I keep begging without giving anything to anyone? After thinking a lot, the beggar decided that whoever begs him, he will definitely give something in return. But now he was thinking that if he is a beggar himself, then what can he give to others in return for his begging? It's been 2 days since he thought about this, but he didn't ask himself. He didn't get any answer. On the third day, when he was sitting near the station, he saw some flowers that were blooming on the nearby plants of the station. He thought, "Why don't I give some flowers in return for people's begging?" He liked this idea, and he broke some flowers from there. Now he went to beg in the train. Now whenever someone would beg him, he would give some flowers to the beggar in return. People would keep those flowers happily with him. Now the beggar would break the flowers every day, and in return for his begging, he would distribute those flowers among the people. In a few days, he felt that now he was being begged by a lot of people. He would break all the flowers near the station. As long as he had flowers with him, he was being begged by a lot of people. But when the flowers were being distributed, he wouldn't even get any flowers. Now it was like this every day. One day when he was begging, he saw that the same tall man was sitting in the train. Because of this, he got the inspiration to give flowers in return for his begging. He immediately went to that person and said while begging, "Today I have some flowers to give you. Give me some flowers in return for my begging. I will give you some flowers." That tall man gave him some money in return for his begging, and the beggar gave him some flowers. That tall man liked this very much. He said, "Wow, what a thing. Today you too have become a businessman like me." Saying this, that tall man took the flowers and got off at his station. But what that tall man said once again got into that beggar's heart. He repeatedly started thinking about what that tall man said, and he became very happy. His eyes now started to shine. He felt that now he has got the key to success, through which he can change his life. He immediately got off the train and, looking up at the sky in a very loud voice, said, "I am not a beggar. I am a businessman. I can also become rich." When people saw him, they thought that maybe this beggar has gone mad. And since the next day, that beggar has never been seen at that station again. But after 6 months, 2 people were traveling wearing suits and boots at this station. When both of them saw each other, one of them shook hands with the other and said, "Did you recognize me?" The other person said, "No, because according to me, we are meeting for the first time." The first person said, "No, you remember, we are meeting not for the first time, but for the third time." The second person said, "I don't remember. By the way, when did we meet for the first 2 times?" Now the first person smiled and said, "We had met for the first 2 times on this train. I am the same beggar whom you told in the first meeting what I should do in life. And in the second meeting, he told me who I really am." The second person smiled and said, "Oh, I remember. You are the same beggar whom I once refused to give alms. And the second time, I bought some flowers from you. But today, where are you going in this suit and boot? And what are you doing these days?" Then the first person said, "Yes, I am the same beggar. But today I am a very big businessman of flowers, and I am going to another city for this business." After a while, he said, "You told me the law of nature in the first meeting, according to which we get something only when we give something. This law of lending actually works. I have felt this very well, but I always thought of myself as a beggar. I never thought of myself above this, and when I met you for the second time, then you told me that I have become a businessman. Now I understood that I am not really a beggar, but a businessman. I understood why people are giving me so much alms. Because they were not giving me alms, but were paying the price of those flowers. All the people were buying my flowers, because where would they get cheaper flowers than this? I was a small businessman in the eyes of people, but I was a beggar in my own eyes. When you told me, I understood that I am a small businessman. I bought a lot of flowers from the money I had collected from distributing flowers on the train and became a flower businessman. People here love flowers very much, and their love for flowers made me a very big businessman today. Now both the businessmen were happy, and when I came to the station, I got off the train and went. Now both the businessmen were happy, and when I came to the station, I got off the train and went ahead while talking about my business. To become big, we will have to change our thinking and think big about ourselves.